Hey, this is Thunder again at Helidium Labs. Advanced Applied Quantum Mechanics is what we're going to talk about today. If you notice the sign there, creating clean, cutting-edge solutions for planetary problems. The topic in our sandbox here today is I'd like to talk about Uber and the amazing opportunity that we have just looking at their business model. Just recently had a better understanding of what it means as an Uber driver and working with technology powered by Helidium Labs. Not only do we, obviously eliminate the pollution that comes from your automobile, it also increases the performance and fuel economy, something that all of the Uber drivers are responsible for. So the thought occurred to me, I'm like, wow, with the carbon credit offset, your monthly payments can be made on your automobile. So it really works. We took it for a test run here the other day. I was in the back of my very first Uber ride, and I took the image that we send via text message out, the anti-pollution text, and I simply set it on the, ask the driver which side you put gas on, and just set it there on the floor. And within moments, he watched his digital dash, the mileage start to increase right before his eyes. He also noticed that he went about 200 miles, and normally he would have used a half a tank. He'd only used a quarter of the tank. Another thing he was surprised to see when he was in econo mode, that in this Honda, I believe it was a Honda Accord 2014 model, they had a green light that went around the your speedometer, and it would tell you when the car was running more efficiently or not. And usually over 80 miles an hour, that light would never stay green. And over 80 miles an hour on that car on the highway, he's typically seeing right around 29 to 3,100 RPMs. Once we applied the technology, he was sailing in at 84 miles an hour at just over 2,100 RPMs. So the car was definitely running a lot smoother, and with lower RPMs means more efficiency in your fuel economy. And that's a mathematical fact. If you reduce emissions, you're always going to increase the efficiency by having more of a 100% burn rate. So as I was talking with, the Uber driver, I was like, hey, let me tell you about my company, about my website, how you can order these at helidiumlabs.com, and have a text message sent right to your smartphone, which, again, if you're an Uber driver, you operate from the smartphone to tell you where to pick up customers. And having those carbon credits, as much as $5,000 per year, we'll start that paperwork for you in 60 days after you've, there's a trial and a probation period with us to run our technology, make sure that the oil is and has been changed, and that your fuel economy has been tracked. At that moment, then we know our technology is doing what we designed it to do, and we submit in your carbon credit. At that point, you could simply put a QR code on your dash, and you got a live demonstration everywhere you go, and a great topic to point out to people is that when they get out of the car, smell the exhaust, and of course there is none. It completely blew the driver away. He immediately ordered a 10-pack and is giving them out to 9 of his friends. Now we're creating a case study that we're going to take to Uber and offer them, this incredible package deal. Each of your drivers Text messages are $40, and that can either maybe be split with the company and the driver, $5 a week for a month, taken out of your paycheck. It's $1 a day. Very simple. The money that you'll see in return for carbon credits and fuel economy is a no-brainer. But then you become a representative, so to speak, of the company, and we will issue every driver their very own QR code. So all the passenger has to do is take their QR reader, scan that, order the product, and now the driver gets a friendly refer bonus check sent to his PayPal that folks can order. And of course, their Ubers are paid for by, rides are paid for by either a credit card or a PayPal. So you have, think of it as a tip, a rather awesome tip, because the tip is you're helping clean the environment. Now, as these start to come in, you will find that more and more people are going to want to be interested in being an Uber driver, because really all you need is a driver's license, insurance, and a car that runs well. I think 2005 and newer. They're also getting into the transportation business, trucking and logistics. In fact, New York and I believe Washington, you can get a helicopter ordered up on Uber. So the company is really putting a dent in the taxi cabs. And the great thing about, riding in a brand new car versus, a few 100,000 mile taxi, it's more pleasant experience that normally costs about half as much as the cab. And when you get out, your Uber car is smelling good. How many taxis out there are burning, clean emissions? Almost every single one of them. That answer would be none, unless those cabs are using our technology. So what an incentive for people to get involved in this, what I think is one of the finest opportunities out there. Now, some of the younger kids who can get involved that have a car have a unique opportunity to use the grocery stores, because in our traditional way is older folks and they would order a cab, take the cab to the store, get their grocery shopping, and then take a cab home. But the end destination, the end objective is one thing: get food to the house. Well, now folks can order online to their local grocer. The grocers will workers will go around and pick your items, package it for you. The Uber drivers now can go in, get these packages of groceries, pay by PayPal, and have that delivered to you. So she doesn't, older folks don't even have to leave the house, and the younger generation can taxi for hire, for lack of a better word, bring the groceries, to the customer. And what a helpful, and we're trying to reduce congestion on the streets, just move the food directly, to the end user. So if we recap here, we got a couple of opportunities here for all Uber drivers out there. You will save money in your fuel, which you're paying for, which is now money that goes to help feeding your family. The carbon credits will help make the payments for your car. And, $2,500, $3,000 a year car payments for 5 years, you basically get to drive for free. And anywhere you go, you can pick people up if you're going to the same place and give them a ride and get paid. Also, you then get to refer Helidium-based technology as a referral, and you're doing nothing but good deeds all day long. So I'm very impressed with the Uber business model. and other companies that are looking into that collective internet-driven style business is right along with the platform that we have set up. Our platform on HalediumLabs.com basically is a push button and navigation website, because frankly, most of the world can't read English. And how do you have a business on the World Wide Web where, without translating all of the words on the website? I know when I try to do Chinese arithmetic, it's sometimes hard. Make it all user-friendly and a push-button environment, because basically we're a mobile system now. Things and operators from our tablet, operators from our cell phone, and brings our technology to the cell phone direct for use. Think of it as the mother of all apps. Although we're not an app area at Haledium at this stage, we until Apple or Google changes their business model, I don't see it necessary to have to give 1/3 of our profits to these giant companies. There are 6 billion phones in the world, and that's 6 billion text messages just for our EMF product at $20, which in my opinion is a very good deal. It's certainly cheaper than cancer. By reducing the EMF block, which we've had tested and shown the highest reduction of EMF that has been lab tested. The other product then is our fuel efficiency product. My gosh, with 6 billion cell phones, most of the people in the world who have a cell phone know someone who has a transportation, automobile, motorcycle, boat, and many people have all of the above. So having the device on your cell phone, you can simply just go around and charge all of your fuel tanks. For some of our larger fleet operators and such, of course, we recommend then the hologram device that you secure onto the bottom of your vehicle, emitting permanently the antitoxin frequencies that render those chemicals inert. And they simply implode in the engine, leaving you 0 hydrocarbons, which now qualify you for carbon credits. So we've really at a unique point, taking technology and integrating it with all of the industries that are out there. I mean, transportation and communications are two easy referable technologies that people can simply look and witness firsthand when they arrive to their destination. Then, of course, folks are going to want to know, well, how do I get this on my car? Take your QR code reader, scan the nice PR report promos that we are putting with Uber drivers right there on the dash. Here's your QR code, scan it, and now when you order, that driver gets a friendly referral. Lots of things to talk about in the sandbox. I don't want to cover a whole lot of things here today, but it is the holiday season. It is getting colder. Thermals is a hot item or a cold item, depending on what time of the year it is. Thermals keep your house warm. Remember, peel the sticker, place it on the vents on each window, hot water heater and refrigerator, and watch your utility bills decrease, your heating and cooling costs decrease. It makes a wonderful stocking stuffer this time of the year as well, because it fits even in the baby stockings. Our technology is very small and very affordable compared to the immense difference that it will make in your life. Check in from time to time back on our channel here and share with others. We're grassroots for a reason, because this would be a best way to make this technology grow as we can keep an eye on the fields and have a wonderful harvest. This is Thunder at Helidium Labs, and as always, make it an epic and quantum day. Thank you.